Good evening, everyone. Today is August 18th, 2025. This is the meeting of the Wolfeboro Budget Committee. Today we're going to have public comment. Discussion items are going to be the rules of procedure, CIP committee report, department assignment members report, town manager report, any other business, and then we're going to approve some previous minutes. Brian, if you could lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, I appreciate it.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Brian. Okay, any public comment? Seeing none, we'll move on. Discussion items, rules and procedures. You should have received a modified copy of the rules and procedures that we talked about in our last meeting with some changes. A couple of the changes were tabled. Does anyone have any comments before we start jumping into any particular sections we need to deal with?
The minutes of July 21 have the ones that were tabled,
Okay.
specifically.
Yeah, hold on.
It's not. It's like,
No.
I just didn't pick on it.
Oh, yeah. February.
Okay, so the first one that was tabled,
No, July. Oh,
made by Tom Bell,
Yeah,
seconded
that's
by
right.
myself, and that was section, let me see here.
No. I just, because we're going over the tabled ones, it's easier than looking at my phone.
Sorry.
Lynn, can you help me out on this? Which ones do we,
Okay, I'm sorry. What?
the first tabling when we did, I'm trying to find it again.
It's page 2 at the bottom, John. Of the minutes. If you look on the minutes, you'll see it on page 2 at the
Does it have
bottom.
a particular section that it mentions, or?
Page 2 section. Was it 4?
Three.
Yeah, first
Three.
paragraph,
Section 3.
section 3.
Section
Sorry.
3, page 1A, 2.
Page 2.
Page 2.
I don't think it was page 2. I think it was section 3A, 2 of page 1, rules and procedures. But that's membership, so
No, so referencing page 2, first paragraph, number 4.
Yeah.
strike it.
Right? Is that right?
I believe
Well, I
it's-
know we did this section,
Hold on.
we did the section 4 to change the way the social media was. We tabled that one, that we wanted extra time to change that to the Granite State News.
There's one before that. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
sorry. Referencing page 1, section 3A2, membership, last sentence.
Correct.
Page 1, so I'll go a little slower. Sorry, that was really fast. Page 1, section 3, A2, under membership. The last sentence, Bobby Budman had made a motion to strike the last sentence that says the select board designee votes
Oh,
based on the select board's position and not the designee's personal preference. Bob Lohman seconded the motion. Then there was a motion to table.
No, that motion passed.
Right, that
The
passed.
motion to table passed.
passed.
Isn't that the discussion right now?
That's
Correct.
what I have written in my notes, Leanne,
Yeah.
was, there was some conversation whether or not the Board of Selectmen should be voting independently on their own, or if they should be voting on their personal preference. And the hard part of this is, a lot of times when things get to you as the Budget Committee, they may have been modified, adjusted, et cetera, from when the Board of Selectmen have seen it. Therefore, the only way that the board could vote on it in their own opinion would be to take the item back to the select board. So I think that's where this conversation lies, and I think it is a challenge to be able to accommodate such.
I would like to make a motion to take this off the table for discussion.
Fine.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay.
Who is the second, Brian?
Me.
Oh, Bob, okay.
So you're going to take it off the table, so we won't.
I would like to take it off the
And then we'll
table.
discuss it,
And
what
we'll
Bobby wants to do.
We'll discuss it. So
Hold on,
as,
Bob, you gotta have a vote, please.
oh, sorry.
Lynn, could you do a roll call vote, please?
Yes. Justin?
Can I ask a question? If this motion passes, then we're not going to discuss this, correct?
If the motion take it off the table passes, then we'll discuss it.
We'll discuss it.
If the motion passes, then we will discuss it.
Yeah.
We will discuss it.
Yeah.
Discuss her motion to strike that last sentence.
No, the motion right now is to take it off the table so we can discuss it again, because right now it's on the table, we have to bring it back for
I
discussion.
understand that. So if if this motion passes, then we're going to be discussing your
Yes.
motion
Yes,
to strike that
Yes.
last sentence.
Yeah.
Okay.
to which then we will have to make another motion to strike it. This is to remove it from the table.
Everyone understand what they're voting on? All this is to remove it off the table so we can discuss it.
Yes.
Yes.
Bobby, yes. John McDonald?
Yes.
Bob Mulholland?
Yes.
Tom Bell?
Yes.
Brian Black?
Sure.
Bob Lohman?
Yep.
And Brian DeChase?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, it's been removed from the table.
8-0.
Now discussion on any other, is there any other motions to be made?
Do you want to discuss it, or can I make my motion
You make
again?
your motion and we discuss.
Okay,
it.
I'd
Yes.
like to make a motion to delete the last sentence, "The select board designee votes based on the select board's position and not the designee's personal preference." I would like to strike that.
Second.
Okay, so now open for discussion. Jim, what's your position as the town manager on removing that last sentence?
I think it puts the select board member in a compromising position because, again, they're weighing in on something that may have been adjusted in front of you, the budget committee, since the handoff. So I think that it should be removed. It is your budget at the end of the day at that point. It's not the select board's. That individual is weighing in as a select board member, but not weighing in as the board's opinion.
Yeah, and I consider this, that I as one should not be speaking for the select board. When I'm here, I have a position that I'm going to take on something. My position can't speak for the other 4 members of the board. Now, if we all voted unanimously on something, I'm probably going to vote unanimously here also. But there can be times when I will disagree with the board, and their vote will be for, and mine will be the one dissenting. And then if I voted yes for it here, I am now contradicting my own,
That was going to be my question.
yeah. So I don't think I should be lockstepped into one certain way to vote.
Okay, so you're agreeing with the motion?
Correct.
And Jim, you're agreeing with the motion?
I am.
Any other discussion? Yes, go ahead.
I was just going to read.
I'm-
Oh, sorry.
Justin, I'm sorry.
So, the way that I read entire section 2 is the intent is that the select board member is representing the select board. That's how the preceding sentence is. The purpose of the select board member designee is to represent the select board to the budget committee and represent the budget committee to the select board. So while I don't disagree that they should be allowed to share their personal opinions, the intent of the position on the board is to represent the select board.
Okay, thank you. Brian?
Yeah, I would just echo what Justin said, is that I see the selectmen's representative purpose as us often deferring to them to say, ask them what has been the selectmen's position on this particular item. Maybe a rare occasion where something has happened to it in the meantime, sometime between from when it went to the select person board to the budget committee. But if that's the case, then selectmen's representative can represent that fact. Also, if he wants to share his dissenting vote or personal opinion, that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with hearing both sides of an issue if we question that. But ultimately, I think their primary purpose is to represent to us what the select board has position they have taken.
So I'll give you one example, kind of recently. When we were talking for an extended period of time about rotaries or no rotaries in town that was going to a warrant, there was under a unofficial roll call vote of the select board twice, they chose at least 3 members to say we should have rotaries. When it went to the town vote, and I was a dissenting vote for that. When it went to the town vote, it was 72% no rotaries by the citizens. So although I will represent the position of the select board, there are times when I think that the select board could be wrong to the detriment of the town, and maybe to the detriment of this committee. And I will have to vote with what I think is the correct vote sometimes if I think that it's a split at the select board and it's a wrong vote.
I have no problem with that as long as he's disclosing the fact that the board's position
Was
by
X.
majority vote was X,
Yep.
and
Yep.
your personal opinion is Y. That's all.
And by the way, I usually try and keep my personal opinion out of anything I vote on. I go by facts.
And I think we should be voting based on what's in the best interest of the town on a whole.
Yeah. And I go by facts and citizens' opinions.
Bobby?
I think we're missing here that the sentence, the purpose of the select board member designee is to represent the select board to the budget committee and represent the budget committee to the select board. So right now, Brian is our liaison back and forth. However, when we receive the budget from the select board, they have already voted on that budget. And then we have department heads come in here, and they themselves in their department may have found other ways to cut back their budget, trying to help out, reduce that budget for the warrant, especially the fact that we're in 2 years in a row of a default. If we have a department head come in and say, you know what, I really can cut this, are we just going to have that select board member constantly be saying no to cutting the budget more because the select board had already previously voted on that line item? That's doing a detriment to what their position in their job here is. I believe that the reason why the select board member has a vote on the select board and a vote here is not to push that vote on us, but to maybe open up the possibility that there are changes to what the select board may have done.
Yes, Tom?
I don't know what the history of this is. I'm agreeing with Justin in terms that there was obviously a decision made that the select board member here is representing the select board's position, not their personal position. And I don't know if we could or need to go to the town attorney to find out, or go to the select board to find out what their representation here was. But I believe they're here to represent what the select board vote was, not their personal preference.
Okay. Any further, Bobby?
So I just wanted to clarify, Tom, that these drafts of these rules of procedure are brand new to our town. This is nothing that had ever been created in our town before. These are brand new. We're doing this for the first time.
Is that right, John?
On concerning the budget committee, the composition of these rules and procedures came from other communities that have these same policies for their budget committee.
Okay, then.
This is
in
not
that- In that
based on
regard,
our-
Bobby, then I would say bring it back to the select board and let them decide what the board's designations.
Well, these
mean.
are our rules of procedure. We're a committee, we're the budget committee. If we were just constantly asking the select board, we have citizens who voted us in to make decisions
Well,
to
then
help
why are
with
they
our,
here? Anyway, it's okay.
Okay.
to be our liaison, yeah.
These, once these are all, just a second, if I could just add something. Once these are all, we approve of what we're going to do, they're going to be submitted to the town attorney for final approval and make sure everything's acceptable. Bob?
There's a possibility, I've been looking at this sentence, there's a possibility of getting both bites of the apple by rewriting that sentence. It seems to me that the select board designee comes to this committee and is not going to be voting based on the select board's position. That, I think, is a problem, and I think that's where you're coming from, Bobby. So I would like us to I'd like to leave that sentence in there, but rewrite it and take out, however it's written, the select board designee votes based on the select board's position. That is the problem. That's the major problem. We need something like the select board designee votes based on the best interests of the town and not necessarily his personal opinion or something like that, to get the idea that Brian is coming here, he's representing the select board, therefore he's going to vote as the select board votes. I think he needs flexibility to be able to vote what he feels is the best interest of the town and not be, so we need to modify, either take the sentence out totally or modify the sentence.
So my motion on the table right now is to take the sentence out, and then we could make a motion to put a different sentence in afterwards. But the motion on the table is to delete the sentence.
So we need to call the question.
If we're all done discussing it, we can do that. Everybody's all done? Okay, the current motion is to strike the select board designee votes based on the select board's position and not the designee's personal preference. Roll call vote, please.
Justin Brown,
No.
Bobby Budman,
Yes.
John McDonald,
No.
Bob Mulholland,
Yes.
Tom Bell,
No.
Brian Black,
No.
Bob Lohman,
Yes.
and Brian DeShays.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Passes 4, 3, 0.
No, I think it's
Right?
4-4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it is 4, 4. I'm
4,
sorry,
4.
4, 4, 0.
So
So
it
it fails.
Motion fails. Okay, thank you. Does anyone have another motion concerning membership A, section 2?
Section 2.
I
Do you want to go through, I think there was one more tabled or two more tabled on there also, weren't there? Did you want to continue those first?
Let's clean this one first and be done with it. My motion is the select board designee votes based on the best interest of the town and not the designee's personal preference.
Second.
Best interest of the town, you said?
Yes,
And not the designee's best.
personal preference. Discussion?
Tom, did you second that?
Tom,
I did.
Okay.
Jim, is that acceptable to you?
Works for me.
Brian? Okay. Any other discussion?
That's a good rewrite.
Okay. Okay, no further discussion. I'll call the question. What the motion is to change membership section 2. The select board designee votes based on the best interest of the town and not his designated personal preference. Could you roll call, please?
Justin Brown,
Yes.
Bobby Budman,
Yes.
John McDonald,
Yes.
Bob Mulholland.
Yes.
Tom Bell,
Yes.
Brian Black,
Yes.
Bob Lohman,
Yes.
and Brian DeShays.
Yes.
8-0.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Let's move on. I think right now I want to, does anyone have, the guys that, the members that weren't present, do you have any other questions you want to make to page 1? That you might want to bring up while we're on it? Or does it look good to you folks?
I'd like to make a motion,
Okay?
because we're reopening this up, rules of procedure, section 2, under B, officers. I'd like to add the sentence after all officers shall serve 1 year and shall be eligible for re-election. I'd like to add the sentence, no chairs may serve more than 3 consecutive terms.
What section, Bobby?
I'm still on the same page under section 2, organization.
Section 3.
No, I'm on section 2. It's
B
section
officers.
2, and I'm on B, number 4. Do I have a prior copy? Because you moved the,
You did.
oh, that's okay, let me go to the new one.
That's better wording.
Here, we might have an
Well,
extra
it's
one.
section 3.
It says the
section
same
D.
thing, it just moved down.
Yeah,
one.
it does, I just wanted
It
to
just moved down.
clarify
So
for the
now
rest.
this would be,
Section 3.
so I am now on section 3, under B, number 4. It's okay, I haven't, oh, that's great. So section 3B4, which is now on page 2 of this.
Yes.
I would like to add the sentence, no chair may serve more than 3 consecutive terms.
Page 2 at the top, number 4.
I just moved everything down, I'm sorry. No, that's okay, that's.
Okay, is there a second to that motion? Seeing and hearing none, that motion fails. Okay, let's move on to,
I'd like to make another motion under that same section. I'd like to make a motion that says, a new chair must be chosen if the town votes to affirm a default budget.
is there a second to that
Must be
motion?
chosen
Is there a
if
sec-
the town votes to affirm a default budget.
Is there a second to that motion? Seeing and hearing none, the motion fails. Okay, let's move on to vacancies. Section 4. We tabled section 4, number 2. There's a motion to remove that off from the table.
I'll make a motion to remove the table.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Okay, motion is removed from section 4, vacancies, number 2. That'll be a roll call vote, please.
Justin,
Clarify the motion again? Or this is just to take it off the table?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bobby,
Yes.
Bobby Budman, and John McDonald, sorry.
Yes.
Bob Mulholland,
Yes.
Tom Bell.
Yes.
Brian Black,
Yes.
Bob Lohman.
Yes.
Brian DeShays.
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes. We can now discuss number 2, if there's any motions concerning that.
think it's already been done. It's already been etched out. And the new wording put in, so they just got approved.
Question, what, it's highlighted in yellow, is that, are those the changes as they stand currently? That's what's been tabled?
Yes.
We, go ahead, Leanne, whatever you interpreted, how you typed it.
Okay, so that, from what I understand, it was a two-part table. There were, the original motion was to add all town social media after town hall bulletin board. And then the second part of the motion was to strike Granite State News or any other print publication and then add the language from the RSA. And so what was tabled was the whole motion, which was two parts.
Okay.
So I believe the town social media, according to the minutes, it was tasked. I believe Jim said he would look into that, and I said that I would look into the exact language of the RSA. And so that's what was tabled. So I highlighted it to just really make it pronounced, and then I put a comment on the side. There's a comment, and I said
Right.
these changes were not voted on. The changes were tabled pending resolution of the town social media discussion. I didn't say anything about the other because, as you can see, I struck through the Granite State News or any other print publication, and then I underlined and put in red, printed in a newspaper of general circulation in the town, and
Right.
because that is the RSA language.
Okay.
So I resolved the second one, but I didn't have the answer for the first one to put in.
Gotcha.
So I would like to make a motion to amend section, now it's section 4, vacancies number 2, to the language
Well,
highlighted in yellow.
Well, we want to wait, I think, to hear the
Oh, we
town
have-
manager's, right?
Yeah, so
Statement.
I have no issue with the social media. The only thing that I would add is what we would be publishing is exactly what the town clerk publishes. We're not going to do anything different. And if it gets to that point, we will only be publishing the ballot for election purposes, once it gets to that point. But we're not going to publish individual names, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We will print the posting as posted by the town clerk.
Well, it says direct that, the vacancy. So that wouldn't be a person, that would be a vacancy.
Understood. But I'm just getting to the fact that going forward as well, when we get into the point of elections and whatnot, we do not want to be singling people out.
You don't want a perceived endorsement of a
Correct.
particular candidate, I guess.
What are you going to do, Jim, if, I think there's like 3 pages or whatever, the administrator says, no, I don't oppose that, it has nothing to do with it,
We'll post a link.
even though the administrator may say that's not common to what the pages are established for?
If they say that we can't post it, then that's their posting criteria within the social media platforms, but for all intents and purposes, we will post it on the town website, and then they will repost from that link onto their pages.
So could we put, the chairperson shall direct that the vacancy be posted, and we can specify a certain form or something, and then on the town of Wolfeboro website, the town hall, bulletin board, the social media, and the newspapers?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the town clerk who does all of that, correct? Anyway, she has her own process to
So
do
by
that.
so could we put by the town clerk's process, or?
Yeah, I guess.
Would that cover it?
I think so.
Yeah.
So if we had something with all town social media as
I would say the chair,
as directed by the town clerk's procedure.
so the chairperson shall direct that the vacancy be posted based on town clerk's procedure
Okay.
on the town of Wolfeboro's website, the bulletin board, the social
Gotcha.
media, and in the newspapers.
Gotcha, yes.
So if we put it in one procedural place, then however it's posted, it will be done according to the town clerk.
That makes sense.
Jim,
Is that possible?
what happens though, like was it last year or the year? when John Burt, I think it was when John Burt resigned earlier, the town clerk didn't post that, I did. Remember, I don't know why the procedure was different, but I was asked to like create the ad, I put it in the news, so if we,
Well, I mean,
I
it
don't
should
know
be
what
a town
happened.
clerk function.
yeah, I don't know
Period.
what happened, I don't know why
I
it
don't
was
either.
different.
It needs to be a town clerk
Yeah.
function because the town clerk needs to ensure that the person is a registered voter, citizen, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, because that was a temporary, remember, it was
Yep.
temporary, and it was, I believe, Bobby, didn't you fill in temporarily?
No, it was during the election. You
Oh, no,
didn't fill the,
somebody-
Steve Johnson.
no, Steve Johnson was last year when Paul O'Brien
Somebody-
was
I think it
elected.
Oh, it was when Paul, okay, so it was when Paul, not, I'm sorry, you're correct, it wasn't when he resigned. It
We'll
was-
just do it through the town clerk.
Okay, all right, I just was confused by
Yep.
that.
John,
What
can
do,
you,
just
okay.
let me ask one question, Jim. Jim, what do all the other groups do, committees or whatever you want to call them, when they have an opening? What do they do?
Most of them, it gets posted through the town clerk. I'm pretty sure.
They do social media and all that other stuff? I just want to have some kind of standardization.
I think it's hit and miss, John.
Okay.
You know, one of the things that will happen in September, the new webpage will be up and running and it should auto-link across to a lot of those
Church in the same town.
areas.
Right.
So it should be a streamlined effort.
What about the argument if someone says, well, I don't have, I didn't see it on social media?
Well, that's why
It's
we
right
put it
there.
in 2 papers in
No, I mean,
general
what's the
circulation.
penalty or whatever?
That's why we put it in the 2 papers in
Okay.
general
And the bulletin
circulation.
board.
The
John,
vote-
could you recognize Justin? He's had his hand up.
Sorry, Bob, I didn't see him behind you.
I know.
Sorry, Justin.
Oh,
Go up
sorry.
like this, my friend.
Just to clarify, the intent of the motion is to just spread the word of the vacancy, not a step beyond that, but just simply get the word out that a vacancy exists on the budget committee, and more people can see it if it's distributed more widely.
Right.
And if I may, is this already a motion?
Nope, you can make a motion if you want.
Well, I would just ask that we strike the word all from all town social media, and just have it say town social media.
Okay, that's a good one. I'll second that.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Technically, don't have.
We have a motion on the floor.
We don't have one. I just second the motion to strike all, and we're going to vote on that.
Oh, okay. But
I don't think we have a motion to change.
We do not
Well,
have a
you-
motion on the floor.
You really can't.
We have to vote on striking
can't-
that word. Oh, wait, that
It's not
doesn't
in, though.
exist
It
yet.
doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist yet technically in the first
You can't strike
draft.
something that doesn't exist.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't exist in
All
the
right,
first
I would like
draft
to make a
yet.
motion then.
Okay,
Yeah,
Justin,
we
do you want to
can't.
make that motion? To do the whole thing, change the whole thing, you already recommended it?
So what you do is.
So the original motion, right, is, but I'm striking the word all. So the motion would be to add after town bulletin board, the words town social media, and strike the Granite State News or any other print publication. And then are these added words printed in a newspaper of general circulation in the town and available to Wolfeboro citizens?
Right, but then weren't we adding?
I'll second that.
We'll vote on that.
Okay. All right, sorry.
But we're adding the word "the" at the beginning too? Or was that already in there originally?
Second, it opens up the discussion now. I can put it.
Okay, everyone understand what the motion is?
Yep.
Okay. It's pretty much everything that it shows on the vacancy on the corrected policies and procedures.
And the motion.
Okay, any discussion?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
discussion. I'd like to, I don't know whether, if I wanted to amend the motion, do I make a motion to amend it?
Yes.
All right, I want to make a motion to amend Brian's, or Justin's motion to add after the word posted, according to town clerk procedure. And then on the town of Wolfeboro website. blah, blah,
I'll
blah.
second that.
I'd like to insert that according to town clerk procedure.
How about in accordance with,
In accordance with that. Fine, however the correct wording is. In accordance.
So Justin has to approve that
Agree.
amendment if he wants it in his motion.
you good with that, Justin?
Yes.
And there's a second, I'm good with it.
Now we're good.
Now, do we have a second to Bob's motion?
Second.
Second, okay.
I re-seconded it.
Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, the motion is the chairperson shall direct that the vacancy be posted in accordance with town clerk's procedure on the town of Wolfeboro's website, town hall bulletin board, town social media, and printed in a newspaper of general circulation in the town and available to Wolfeboro citizens. Any questions on that motion? Seeing and hearing none, I'll ask Luann to do a roll call, please.
Justin Brown.
Aye.
Bobby Budman.
Yes.
John McDonald.
Yes.
Bob Mulholland.
Yes.
Tom Bell.
Yes.
Brian Black.
Yes.
Suzanne Ryan.
Yes.
Bob Lohman.
Yep.
And Brian DeShays.
Yes.
Okay, so now it's 9-0.
That's the most collaborative sentence I've ever seen.
Nice job, Bob. Okay, do we have anything else on
Can I just quickly
page
ask?
2?
Can I quickly ask a question?
Yep.
Suzanne? Would you like to switch seats with me so you can hear better?
Sure.
Something to say?
Lucky you.
Yup. See if you can get a little closer.
Thank you.
Stuck with me.
This is a cool kids table anyway.
Okay, is everyone all set on page 2 of the revised policy and procedures? Okay, let's move on to page 3.
I had a question under section 4. Section 4, number 1, I, the first one. I'm wondering after, this is just a question, not a motion, if after prepare and present the annual budget, should we add in with the assistance of the town finance director and/or town manager? Because we are not technically preparing the documents ourselves.
Section 5, page 2, section 5, number 1.
Oh, okay. You said
No,
section
oh.
4.
Section 5, sorry, I'm on the old document. Section 5, number 1I. Because it says prepare and present the annual budget, but we're technically not preparing it. So I'm just wondering if we should add in with the assistance of the town finance director and/or town manager.
John,
Yes, ma'am.
in
Yes,
accordance with RSA, it's written exactly that way, of prepare and present. The
Okay.
fact that we don't prepare it is irrelevant.
Okay.
Thank you, Suzanne.
That's why it was a question. Thanks, Suzanne.
Okay, so section 6.
No, I just want to stay on that one because I have another question. Just quickly, I don't know if we need a motion. The word included should be include, I believe. I don't know if we need a motion for that.
No.
Again, is this the way it is in the SRA? Or,
No, these were taken from other. No, I'm on 3 now.
oh,
Three little I's.
Okay, sorry.
Budget and warrant articles that include a financial impact, not included. Should that be include?
I don't think you need a roll call vote for that.
Or
It's a-
includes.
It's a clerical item.
Okay.
Include or includes?
Includes.
Okay, let's move on to section 6.
No, I have one more question. Look, this is our first time, John.
I know, let's go.
Where it says the legislative body is technically the voters of the town. Should that be changed to budget committee in that same section? Or budget committee members?
A financial impact to be submitted to the legislative body by a roll call vote. The budget we submit, we do a roll call vote and it goes to the legislative body.
Yes, but the legislative body isn't giving us a roll call vote. We're taking it. So shouldn't that be budget committee members or budget committee there?
I think it's self-explanatory. I understand it to mean that the budget committee is going to do a roll call vote on the budget that's going to be presented to the legislative body.
That's not what it's saying, though. Financial impact to be submitted to the legislative body by roll call vote. They're not.
Okay, so.
They're saying that the legislative body, it is going to be submitted to the legislative body by the roll call vote of the budget committee.
That's right, budget committee is not.
Is what the assumption is, correct?
That's my assumption,
Yeah,
yes.
so you should just
Okay.
change after vote, add by the budget committee if you want it clarified, I think.
Roll call vote of the budget committee.
I mean,
Of the
because
budget
then
committee,
after
yeah.
it says, the next sentence says, notation of the roll call vote, recommended or not recommend, shall be recorded on the town warrant. Notation to include the vote tally.
Correct.
So we're not talking about the legislative body there, we're talking about the budget committee.
I think it's okay if you leave it to the legislative body by a roll call vote, and Leanne said, of the budget committee. So that's saying that we're taking the finalized budget, we are submitting it to the voters, we are doing it by a roll call vote. Notation of the roll call vote will be on each individual warrant article.
Yeah,
That's, I
but the
think,
paragraph
way it
before
says.
that says, "The budget committee shall finalize the budget warrant articles that included a financial impact to submit a legislative body by roll call vote."
Yeah.
I think it's self-explanatory.
I
but
do
that's-
too. but-
Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
just a question.
Okay, anything else on that section?
Also, my question on 8 would have been the same thing. The annual report shall be prepared. So just based on Suzanne's thing, that goes with that section too? Because it's under the same section of chapter 32. We don't have to add that. We're not preparing the document.
It's all under authorities, duties, and responsibilities of the committee.
Okay, thank you.
Jim, how's that going to work? This will be the first time we've done that. Will that, they're going to do the report of 2025? Is that what's going to go?
Just so that I'm clear, you're talking about putting an excerpt in the town annual report
Right.
from the budget committee. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you looking to put in a summary of your proceedings, or are you looking at putting in documents that you've created?
That's the guidance I'm asking you about. What would you see it as a town manager?
So
But you think it's not-
statutorily, we have certain documents that get put into the town report, which Amy handles. If you're saying that the budget committee is going to create a one-pager to submit to the town to read about the budget committee's activities, I would say that this is fine. Annual report shall be prepared. I don't know if you want to just clarify that by the chairman or designee.
Will that report, that'll include things from 2025 though, right? we won't have the budget finalized
That
in
will,
2020.
that'll discuss your proceedings of the year 2025.
Okay.
It will not discuss,
We won't have any hard budget numbers or anything like that, but,
not at that point, you won't.
okay. Suzanne?
Yeah, depends what kind of annual report. I don't know how we're splitting this up, but the chairman usually, I think, maybe I'm wrong, I think this references the chairman reports in the annual
Correct.
report from the budget committee. As chairman, you write what we did in 2025.
Right, but we won't have any hard numbers to put in
Yeah,
there.
no, 24, no, 25. You won't be writing 26, you write what happened, the history, the previous year, this year.
Right, but I won't be able to say that the budget's gone up 7% because the town hasn't voted on it yet.
I don't know as though that would be necessary. I think you would say that the budget committee held 17 meetings,
Oh, okay.
the rules of
Okay.
procedure were adopted, you give a little story about what we did that year.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
So,
Is that what you think?
should we make a motion on number 8 then?
If you'd like to, you're more than welcome to.
What would be the best succinct way of saying that? Mr. Lohman, you're really good at that.
That's
The
why it's
annual report shall
kind of
be,
where I had my hand up.
the annual report shall be prepared by the
Chair or their designee.
by the chair or their designee.
Just like the town manager said.
Okay.
Is that up to you, Bob? You want to second that?
I have a problem with the wording.
Okay.
I think we need to, the annual report shall be prepared is not enough. An annual report describing describing the budget committee's activities for the calendar year, something like that.
Well, the annual town
Not
report.
not just annual report and drop the ball, it's
No.
the annual report of the budget committee's activities for the
Okay.
fiscal year. I would
Okay,
add that to it to kind of clarify what it is.
As directed by the executive assistant who produces the report.
So I'll withdraw my motion.
Okay. Bob, you want to make yours?
Yeah. Let's see, section 5, item 8.
8.
Yeah, item 8, annual report. I make a motion to add to the sentence, an annual report shall be prepared, and have the sentence read as follows: an annual report shall be prepared describing the budget committee's activities for the fiscal year as
Directed by the executive assistant.
Yeah, there you go. That's got it.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
Any further discussion?
He's putting the date in there, 2025?
No.
No.
No, okay.
No, just
Okay.
fiscal year.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, hearing and not seeing any further discussion. The motion number 8, annual report. Annual report shall be prepared describing the budget committee's activities at the direction of the executive assistant.
He had the word for the fiscal year. The phrase for the fiscal year in there.
Yeah.
Yes. Just writing the budget committee's activities for the fiscal year.
Activities for the fiscal year.
Then directed by.
Okay, so again, annual report shall be prepared describing the budget committee's activities for the fiscal year at the direction of the executive assistant. Does that work for everybody? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Justin Brown,
Yes.
Suzanne Ryan,
Yes.
John McDonald.
Yes.
Bob Mulholland.
Yes.
Tom Bell.
Yes.
Ryan Black.
Yes.
Bobby Budman.
Yes.
Bob Bowman.
Yes.
Brian DeShays.
Yes. Just moving two people made it easier, huh?
No.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
there should be, same section between subsection 2 and 3, there should be a line.
So it must have been out of sync.
Oh, okay.
What?
Thank you.
Okay, next one I have on the list is section 6, general provisions A1.
I think we already voted on that one, didn't we?
Mhm.
Yeah,
We're just going through.
Oh, okay. I'd like to discuss A2 again, and I'd like to amend October 31st to October 1st.
Can we go back to the previous one? Like, is
I
that
thought that
already
was,
passed?
I thought that was
Which
failed.
one are you talking about?
The amendment of, or if in a default budget within 45 days post-town meeting?
Yes, we can talk about that.
Okay.
Okay, but what did you want to do on number 2?
Number 2, I would like to change October 31st to October 1st.
Reasoning, please.
Reasoning is, we have a meeting on October 22nd with the select board, and I would like to make sure that we are following our own rules of procedure by having the proper dates on our documents. So I'd like to change it to October 1st.
And I'd just like to add, we did this and we shot it down.
Yeah, we already,
Okay.
we already.
Oh, I have
Okay, is there a
different,
second?
I have different wording.
Seeing none, hearing none, that motion fails. Justin, go ahead, please, with your other one you want to talk about.
If the motion already passed, then I think it's moot. I was just going to, instead of convoluting it, just strike the May 30th and just say that we should have a meeting within 45 days of the town meeting.
Jim, reasonably thinking, will the selectmen have a default budget done within 45 days of that meeting? If in event we go to a default budget.
We, within 45 days of the vote, should have a series of line item transfers prepared for the Board of Selectmen to consider. I'm not 100% sure if we would have the votes taken within that 45 days.
Mr. Chairman. And it does say no later. So it could be 45 days, it could be 30 days if you have the votes, but it's no later than that. So,
No later than May 30th.
but it could be sooner.
Right, and it could be later.
Just to clarify my question or reasoning, it's conceivable that the town meeting could perhaps be on a different date, right? If certain circumstances or events change, you know, by changing it to 45 days, and I'm thinking, I understand what you're saying about the default, but I'm simply, even if you struck that part and just say the budget committee should meet within 45 days of the town meeting.
That's not a bad idea. That way you can critique the town meeting, what went well, what went poorly, what your goals and objectives for the upcoming year might be.
And regardless of when the town meeting was, if there was a delay for some reason, or if it was earlier for some reason, it would just be 45 days from the town meeting.
Okay, so Jim, you prefer not to have any timeline set on when the default budget has to be prepared and done by the selectmen? I just know, you know, we can critique everything, but we won't have we don't have the default budget. That's important, I think, for us to review at our first meeting.
Well, you will have the default budget, you just won't have the line item transfers that are made to continue operations or what operations are going to cease.
Justin, would you like to make your motion? Can you make his motion?
Question
Go ahead, Bob.
on what the town manager just said. We would have a budget, but the transfers would not have been made. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, so I mean, you guys signed the default budget
Right.
in January, the last week of January, so
Right.
we know what that default number is. We just don't know what the line item transfers that are going to be made to sustain operations are going to be. But, you know, this year, Brian, what did we, mid-April? We
Yeah.
had those done?
RSA 40:13 defines default budget requires disclosure of line items, but does not restrict the governing body's time on when to have it done. So we can continue with line item transfers all year, and we can do it anytime, so
Right.
putting a date on it and saying that you're gonna get the default budget that day, it could change the next week again.
Right.
Justin, did you have a motion in mind? Or Suzanne, did you have something
Well,
to
I'm gonna throw something that's gonna confuse us even more, but I feel like we're mixing two metaphors here. The organizational meeting, to my mind, is after elections, the selectmen in April appoint to the budget committee. And that's when you organize yourself. That has nothing to do with the default budget. The default budget is in March. I think you're putting two different things together. And organizational should be probably under number 3 on the first page, membership, and somewhere in that paragraph, 2 maybe, would be, I mean, that's how the other boards do. They say after the first meeting, after the first election in March, the organizational meeting is held to appoint officers, period. I don't know why it's mixed up with the default budget.
I agree.
Do I have a motion?
Okay.
I have a motion to amend current section 6A1, last sentence. Said meeting shall be held no later than 45 days past town meeting,
Second.
or post town meeting.
Yeah, that would give the selectmen time.
Yep.
And take out the rest?
You're saying
And take
that
up-
regardless of whether it's a past budget or a default budget?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a second, Bobby seconded. So this will now read, according to the motion, organizational meeting. The date for an organizational meeting to elect officers shall be called by the current chairperson and shall be the committee's first regularly scheduled meeting following the annual town meeting. Said meeting shall be held no later than 45 days after town meeting.
That's it.
And strike the rest.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, any other discussion on this particular provision? Seeing none and hearing none, we'll do a roll call vote.
Justin Brown,
Yes.
Suzanne Ryan,
Yes,
John McDonald.
Yes.
Bob Mulholland.
Yes.
Tom Bell,
Yes.
Brian Black,
Yes.
Bobby Budman.
Yes.
Bob Omen.
Yes.
And Brian DeShays.
Yes.
All right, does anyone have any other things to add on page 3 of the new?
Yes.
Yeah.
Section 3, same section, number 3. The budget presentation meeting schedule, same thing. I'd like to change November 1st to October 1st, so we can stay within our own rules of procedure, because again, we are having a meeting on October 22nd, and if we list November 1st, we are outside of our own rules of procedure. So I would like to strike November and change it to October.
Is there a second? Seeing and hearing none, whoops. No second, seeing and hearing none, the motion
Second.
fails.
He said second.
I just thought, Bob, I didn't need to speak up, my friend.
I'm sorry. Second.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Bob, you mentioned about the procedures. Tell me the particular procedure you're referring to, just to refresh my memory.
So this section, if you read it, it says budget presentation meeting schedule. A schedule of the budget presentation meeting shall be created by the budget committee chairperson and/or administrative staff working cooperatively with the town manager and presented to the committee at a regularly scheduled meeting. Said meetings are scheduled between November 1st and January 20th. The problem is we have already scheduled a meeting on October 22nd. So based on the fact that we already have that on our own schedule as October 22nd, we can't say we're meeting from November 1st. We're meeting from October. If you want to say October 22nd, that's fine, but I think pulling it back just a little bit more so every year we can make sure we're within our own dates.
On the current presentation for this year, it starts on November 13th for the budget presentation.
It starts on October 22nd when we listen to the, not welfare departments, the agencies, thank you.
Board of Selectmen's meeting.
Select board meeting.
It's a select board meeting, that's correct.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir, of course.
So is your intent to open the window, but not set precedent to confine the window in future years? It is still leaving a window. You just want to move it 1 month back.
I just want to move it back so we make sure that we are honoring the fact that we are having a meeting in October this year. We voted on that meeting, that is part of our meeting schedule, and I think that if we approve these, we actually, could we technically, I mean, we'd be breaking our own policies and procedures if we attended that October meeting.
Is there also the ability for the chair to call a meeting whenever deemed necessary?
Well, but this is about budget presentation meetings. So this isn't like an off meeting. This is a meeting that is part of the budget presentation meeting schedule because we are listening to the agencies on that date.
So I
I
can,
have a quick question. Was that likely to happen again?
we'll have to see how it works.
Happening this year.
I mean, is this just a one-shot deal this year?
That's what I don't like about it, setting precedent for pressure in future years.
Well, I'm going back to what Bob Holland said. The budget presentation meeting schedule is meetings where the budget committee specifically is together alone and presenting their meetings. This is a joint meeting between two boards. So does it fall under number 3? I'm not sure.
That's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
Well, then we
This sounds to be a singular situation in 2025. I don't know whether it's going to repeat itself forever.
And we're not, keep in mind, we're not voting at that meeting.
I know, but that's my point. That's my whole point. I mean, this is sort of a 50% we are and 50% we aren't.
So then when will you vote on those agencies, John?
When they come before us.
They're not
No,
here.
this is, they're not going to come
They're
before
not
us.
coming.
Oh, but we're gonna vote on it.
We'll vote
When we
on
come
it.
to that point.
When we go,
That's
yeah,
my
when we
point.
get to that in the budget, we'll vote on it.
That's right.
When we vote on everything later, this is just the budget
I understand that we
presentation
discussed it
meeting
during the
schedule.
whole process.
And if it's already noticed that it's the Board of Selectmen is going to be listening to agencies, and it's noticed that the Budget Committee will be there in observation, and it's noticed that the Budget Committee later will be voting on these, because later you will have a vote during one of your regular meetings, I don't know if we need to change the date.
I agree.
The language is literally a schedule of the budget presentation meetings. This is just about the presentation meeting. This says nothing about our votes. This just says that we are organizing as a budget committee to have a budget presentation
But
meeting.
I don't know if that is a budget presentation meeting. That's a Board of Selectmen meeting that we have invited the Budget Committee to come to so that the agencies don't have to come back again.
Well,
to
we
meet.
actually voted on here first to ask the select board to include us in the meeting so we could have the agencies present at the same
Correct.
time.
But technically, the title of that meeting is Select Board Meeting. It's not Budget Committee Meeting.
But for us, it's a budget presentation meeting, part of the schedule, because we have scheduled that meeting to hear the agencies.
I think there's no detriment
Is there-
that if she feels strongly and it's simply opening the window but not applying pressure to future years. Meaning if next year it can't happen in October and it happens to happen in November, then it's still within the window.
Yeah.
And
So do October
Yeah,
15th.
if it's, if it's worded, said meetings may be scheduled between October 1st.
We're supposed to review the rules of procedure at the beginning of every year, so if the dates don't coincide, you fix them at that first meeting.
I will amend my, motion on the table to say October 22nd. Is there a second?
Is there a rain date?
Is there a second?
So,
Snow.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
I'm wondering if you could do something along the lines of keeping the dates all the same and just adding a closing sentence that states, Budget Committee may be invited to a select board meeting for whatever during October.
I was trying to think of a way to do something like that, but my brain couldn't get it. You know what I mean? The wording just.
Well, if I may, somewhere in these rules and procedures, there is the opportunity for the chairman to establish a meeting for special purposes, and it sounds to me like we have a special purpose here that's a little bit different than what we normally do. If we're saying that we no longer are going to have the agencies come before us come before the Budget Committee, but in the future, they will always be coming before the Board of Selectmen, and we will always be at that meeting. It's a different story. That's the question, and that's what I'm asking. Is this going to be a permanent deal?
I think it all depends on how it goes. I think it's going to be very confusing having 10 of us there, or 9 of us there,
Okay.
and the Board of
But
Selectmen.
what I'm saying here, John, is that it is your prerogative, based on whatever's going on, to establish a meeting that's a little bit out of bounds. I won't call it out of bounds, but out of the normal procedure, which is what this is. And we've already voted on it, so we would do it next year. If the same situation occurs, we would vote to have an October 22nd meeting next year to visit, have the agency.
I think that's what I was asking. I
So
I read this
I
as,
think it needs to be left alone as it is, and we would refer to the section that says that the chairperson has the latitude of establishing special meetings, quote unquote,
I
for
agree
the
with.
purposes of.
I agree with Bob, but I think we could do it kind of like Jim said. Said meetings are scheduled between November 1st, in parentheses, or earlier if deemed necessary by the chair, and January 20th. So that gives the chair the option every year of having an earlier meeting if they deem necessary. If not, then the schedule just follows.
That's fine, that's good.
Okay, Bobby, what do you want to do with your motion?
Well, no one seconded the October 22nd, so it still says October 1st, just so you know.
Would you be up to amending and putting a parentheses or earlier if deemed necessary by the chair?
I'll just pull my motion, and you can make a different one. It'll be easier. So I will pull my motion.
Bob, do you want
And you can
to
make
pull
it-
your second?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll make the motion of what Brian said. Unless Brian can make a motion, I don't know if he
I don't know what I
can.
think. You want to make one?
Yeah, he's a board member.
Yeah. All right,
I'll make the motion that in parentheses it says
yeah.
what
I
Brian.
think Bob, you're going to do it?
Yeah.
All right, I'd like to make the motion. The last sentence, let's not talk about the whole section. The last sentence, said meetings are scheduled between October 1st or earlier if deemed necessary by the chair and
November
January 20th.
1st. November.
I'm sorry, November 1st, beg your pardon. As it is, November 1st, and after that, November 1st date, parentheses, or earlier if deemed necessary by the chairperson,
I'll second
end
that.
parentheses.
I'll second that.
I just have further discussion.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say, I think the intent is to ensure that it happens, not to restrict, like, the dates of it happening. And further, unless I'm missing it here, I don't see where the chair can call additional meetings. There's a lot of reference to regularly scheduled and having a regular schedule set, but I don't see where, if the chair deems appropriate, he can call a meeting.
I think the chair of the chair of any board can call additional meetings if necessary.
We're splitting hairs on everything else, though. Shouldn't that be in here?
It is in here, I think it's later in the document.
It's later on? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Somewhere.
it's, you know, this section is specifically referencing meetings and holding of meetings, so
Yeah,
I guess it's not in regards to this motion, but maybe it should be moved up.
Should be put in here.
I think section 5,
Duties.
I think section 5 deals with it.
yes,
Call them in.
Justin,
I'm sorry?
look at section 5, I think that deals with it.
it does.
Okay, you're all set in discussing that? Okay, so we'll move on to the vote. Okay. Section 6,
Wait, am I voting? I mean, am I?
it's gonna be roll call, thank you. Section 6, general provisions, number 3, budget presentation meeting schedule. The schedule of the budget presentation meeting shall be created by the budget committee chairman and administrative staff, working cooperatively with the town manager, and presented to the committee at a regular scheduled meeting. Said meetings are scheduled between November 1st, parentheses, or earlier if deemed necessary by the chair, end of parentheses, and January 20th. Is that the correct reading as everyone understands it? Okay. Leanne, would you do a roll call vote, please?
Yes. Justin Brown,
Yes.
Suzanne Ryan,
Yes.
John McDonald.
Yes.
Bob Mulholland.
Yes.
Tom Bell,
Yes.
Brian Black,
Yes.
Bobby Budman,
Yes,
Bob Lohman.
Yes.
And Brian DeShanes.
Yes.
9-0.
Okay, anything else on the new version of page 4?
number 4. I'd like to discuss number 4. I'm just a little worried about the public hearing shall be scheduled at 7:00 p.m. at a designated place. I just feel that if there's a snowstorm, we could go on a Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and I think we're limiting ourselves. So could we just maybe do public hearings shall be scheduled for a designated meeting place at least 2 weeks in advance, or something similar to that. I feel that we've fallen on Saturdays before in the past, and by say 7:00 at night, we're limiting ourselves.
I don't think the town budget has ever been on a Saturday that I can recall. We've always done it, if it's traveling too bad, we've done it the day after, right, Jim? Is that the assumption?
So normally when you notice it, and this will be Leanne's follow X, so she knows, you notice a weather date, which is usually a Thursday, if I remember correctly, and we usually try to hold the public hearing on a Wednesday or Tuesday. Is that not what we have done normally, Leanne?
Yeah, we've done an inclement weather date, and typically it's tight. It's because we're always running against a clock. It's usually within days, if not, it's less than a week, is the inclement weather date.
Is that a motion, Bob? You have
It
a
wasn't a
phone?
motion, it was sort of a discussion. I was
Okay,
concerned
thank you.
that if we do such a hard number like 7:00 p.m., I just feel like that might limit us.
Okay, anything else on page 4, on the new version? Yes, Brian?
Number 7. I just struggle where it says, any and all budget requests shall include supporting documentation. I think that can be taken to the extreme. There's many things that are presented in the budget that, you probably don't ask for or need an invoice or a quote or something written.
Office supplies.
I'm wondering if it, if that could be, huh?
Office supplies.
Yeah,
We don't need to know
exactly.
how many pencils, pens, erasers, and...
Right,
I
and
get
I
it.
just,
I would agree with that, Brian, because I think the prior sentence deals with it. If you read the prior sentence, I think it covers what the second sentence did.
Budget Committee may inquire about any line item in the request and/or may request additional information to be presented at a subsequent meeting.
Yeah.
But then it goes on.
I just get rid of the last sentence.
Just get rid of the last sentence.
Is that your motion, Brian?
Okay,
You think?
Okay, we're gonna need a second.
Second.
Second, okay. Discussion? Seeing and hearing none, the motion is to remove the last line of number 7. Any and all budget requests that should include supporting documentation.
Can you just restate the reasoning again? I'm sorry. I finally found it. So you're saying because it would include potentially too much data to be included?
or if you want this, leave an out, so to speak, and say should include supporting documentation, as opposed to shall. Anytime you say shall, that just leaves no fudge factor room. And like I said, I have no problem leaving that out. Most of our whole budget process is usually based on supporting documentation, but again, they're not going to narrow that down to the pencils and pens and pads. So,
If I may add, and I also firmly believe that the prior sentence deals with the issue perfectly. We may request additional
Yeah.
information if we need it.
Yeah.
What else do we need?
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay, section 6, conduct of meetings, number 7. The motion is to remove the last sentence. Any and all budget requests shall include supporting documentation. Roll call, please.
Justin Brown,
Yes.
Suzanne Ryan,
yes,
John McDonald.
Yes.
Bob Mulholland.
Yes.
Tom Bell.
Yes.
Brian Black.
yes,
Bobby Budman.
Yes.
Bob Lohman.
Yes.
And Brian DeShazer.
Yes.
I'd like to back up to number 5, if possible, John, please.
Okay.
In 5, I'd like to add, meetings shall be held at or after 6 PM and before 7:30. My reasoning is, in section 4, we just said meetings are at 7 o'clock, so if we have a 6 o'clock meeting that we're designating, I just want them to correlate.
There's 2 different meetings.
Yep.
There's one at 7 o'clock, that's the regular town meeting at 7 PM. The section 5 is for regular budget committee meetings.
Okay, then we need to, it just says meetings. So would we like to clarify what kind of meetings then?
Budget committee.
So we either need to change the time or clarify the type of meeting.
So the top one says public hearings, and a public hearing is different than a meeting, but I can understand what you're saying,
May I suggest putting 3 words at the front of that word meetings in section 5, budget committee review meetings.
Well, can I just interject?
Yeah.
Page 3, the page prior, number 2 says regular meetings, so to be consistent,
Okay, whatever the word needs to be.
or change, if you want to put your language, then I would change it in both places. to
I'll be happy to
consistent.
make a motion that says regular, put the word regular in front of that.
Fine.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Okay, seeing that the hearing and the motion is section 6, conduct of hearings, general provisions, number 4. Changes, regular meetings shall be held at 6 PM at a designated meeting place other meetings be held on the call of the chairperson or by the vice chairperson. In the absence of the chairperson, provided public notice, and notice for this meeting is given at least 24 hours prior to such meeting, excluding Sundays and holidays. Leanne, could you do a roll call vote, please?
Justin Brown,
Yes.
Suzanne Ryan,
Yes.
John McDonald.
Yes.
Bob Mulholland.
Yes.
Tom Bell,
Yes.
Brian Black,
Yes.
Bobby Budman,
Yes.
Bob Lohman,
Easy for you to say, yes.
and Brian DeShays.
Yes.
900.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on. We're all set on that page. Page 4, let's move on to the next page. I don't show any changes that we made at the last meeting. Does anyone have any concern about limiting the amount of time for an individual on public comments?
Where?
It's not, I don't see it mentioned in here.
So are you under the agenda item? Did you
Uh,
want to put
rules-
it there?
Excuse me, no, rules of order.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
It's on page 5 of the new draft.
Are you looking at item C, John?
Yeah, it doesn't mention anything about any public comment time limit. Is that a concern for anybody on the board, on the committee? Should people be able to give public comment for 10, 15 minutes, or should we have some type of limitation?
Oh, as an additional item in the...
Yeah, as a new
Oh, okay,
item.
okay. Yeah, I think we might be able to incorporate it in section C. Unlimited debate by the budget committee and/or public comment will be allowed as long as this matter discussed is germane to the question being debated. You know, we can just put it in there, and public comment also needs to be germane.
The problem with that is the public can speak, and if we keep it germane, we're not having public input at everything we're voting on. So that wouldn't specifically be, they'd have to have public input on every single item we're voting on if we wanted to have that. But I agree with the time limit, just not that.
I understand what you're saying.
We have public input at the beginning of the meeting, correct?
Yeah,
And is it limited to 3 minutes?
we don't have any policy on that.
That's what the board does, and the rules for the select board are you're to listen, you're to say that you will review the concerns, you're not to have discourse or questions or arguments with someone giving public input. It's their venue to give their opinion.
I'll make a motion
Yes, sir.
under C, sections 3 and 8, put in parentheses, limited to 3 minutes, or at the chair's discretion.
Could you add per person?
Yes. So 3 minutes per person, 15 minutes total, or at the discretion of the chair.
Can I make a comment on that?
Let's see if we get a second to that.
Second, yeah.
Okay, Board Woman. Let me just make sure that I've got this right. parentheses after C, debated, public comment limited to 3 minutes per person or a total of 15 minutes or at the chair's discretion.
Yes.
Thank you. And Bob, you seconded. Now that motion is now open for discussion.
That, I didn't second that one.
Bob did.
Bob did.
Oh, Bob did.
No, this Bob.
Sorry.
You're Bobby.
Any discussion?
Yes.
Okay.
The only problem with doing the 15 minutes total is if we have a room full of people, our citizens who are a legislative body, only allowing 5 people to come forward, I think limits the fact that we won't be hearing important voices, should people want to come in and give input.
That's why I added at the discretion of the chair. Should that day come, the chair can elect to extend
Or cut off.
or cut off.
I think it covered it. We have to give ourselves some flexibility. Again, I hear what you're saying, but, and I understand your other rationale, but I think the chairperson has the sense and authority to be able to limit the debate if it's not germane, and people are rambling on about things that aren't contributing to the discussion. He has the right to call a halt. So I think it's covered.
So the unlimited debate doesn't say who? Unlimited debate among budget committee members or unlimited debate among, so it doesn't say, I would honestly.
We're on a different section. We went back to order of business on the agenda. Section C is where he had added this.
Section C is where he has.
Yeah, he's adding this under section C, under 3
Three.
and 8 for public
A
comment.
Okay. So public comment is limited to 3 minutes per person, 15 minutes in total, or longer at discretion of the chair.
Yeah.
Or, well, not or longer, just at the discretion of the chair.
Anybody got it? Leanne, you're good?
Yeah, I
And-
have it.
And just to add the reasoning too, it's then on the agenda for any public that should wish to attend. It's on there for them to read.
Okay, any further discussion?
That was in the wrong place.
Seeing and hearing none, we'll ask Leanne to do a roll call vote on that, please.
Justin Brown.
Aye. Yes.
Oh. Suzanne Bryant.
I don't know. It's more complicated than it needs to be. Whatever the majority does, I'll go along with it.
We need a vote, Suzanne.
Oh, okay.
Do
Then
you
I
want to vote
abstain.
last?
How about I abstain?
Okay. John McDonald.
Yes, please.
Bob Mulholland.
Yes.
Tom Bell.
Yes.
Brian Black.
Yes.
Bobby Budman.
No.
Bob Lohman.
Yes.
And Brian DeShay.
Yes.
Okay, so we have.
Then I have a question for the chair after.
Yes.
You're ready.
So
I'm
seven,
ready.
one, one.
Ready to go.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you feel about approval of minutes moved up under Pledge of Allegiance? I don't know how this board operates, but I know that some boards, mine included, get so far behind the minutes and we get to the end, we're too tired, we don't want to deal with them, so they get put off and put off and put off. Are you guys doing okay, keeping up with your minutes at the end of the meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then forget what I asked,
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
I don't know.
That's good.
Okay, we're all set on page 5.
I have one
Yes,
quick
sir.
question, John. And it was brought to my attention by Brian, so I'll bring it up, and I'll blame him if you start throwing bottles at him.
Okay.
Why are there 2 public comments items on the order of business or agenda?
We usually only have it at the beginning, don't we? Or are we going to have it beginning and end?
Yeah, that's what we usually do.
We do.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Under section D, so that same section, sorry, same section, but rules of order, but D, Under motions, we need to add the motion to table is not, I did not see that in there anywhere.
Let's do,
Oh, motions to table. Okay, thank you. Totally missed that.
Okay, we're all set on that?
Yep,
Okay, page 6.
thank you.
Any other member
Throw something.
wants to participate if there wasn't in the last meeting, please speak up.
was the motion passed, this motion at the bottom of the page 6? Regarding attending
Yes.
the
it was passed.
remote. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're all set on that? Okay, let's move on to page 7. I don't see any
Did we
changes.
we added the audio, right?
We did not add.
We did not add audio. Was that was voted down?
It was voted down, yes. On page, of the minutes, it's on page 5. There was no second, so the motion failed.
Okay, any other changes to page 7? Let's move on to page 8.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
section 7, records.
Okay,
There are 3 or 4 occasions in there where there's a word called board in caps. I believe that should be changed to budget committee. No, 4 of those instances.
he's talking about board.
Oh, the records of the committee. Okay.
It's just the word
Yep.
board in the top 2 sentences, and then in item 2, it's mentioned twice, 3 times actually. I just like that.
Oh, and
The
it's not
board
planning and
changed to
development
budget committee.
office. Oh, that's a typo. That's,
That doesn't change the intent of the...
No.
It just wants to crush it to the
It's just what I consider a clerical error.
oh, it's,
Okay, thank you.
wait a minute. What office would this be? Planning. Because the future admin does not want the planning.
Should it go into town clerk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay, I'll do a motion to change
Yeah.
section 7 records. The records of the board should be kept by the staff in the town clerk's office.
Second.
Wait a minute, guys.
Okay?
I'm sorry. This is a copy and paste, so hold on. Number 1 should be struck. There are no decisions from this board. You guys don't have to.
Okay, let's do the first motion just did about changing the planning development office to the town clerk's office.
Oh, okay.
Any discussion about that?
Can we lump all changes, or do you want individual changes?
We'll do individual ones. You've got a... Okay, Lee, can we do a roll call vote on that records 1, section 7?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Who seconded that motion?
And the word board is replaced with budget committee?
It would be the records of the board shall be
No, the records of the committee
committee.
or the budget committee? The records of the budget committee?
Yeah, that was just,
Yeah,
Yeah, that was just a
yeah, we'll do.
clerical
budget-
error.
Yeah, so the records of the budget committee, and then shall be kept by the staff of the town clerk's.
Town clerk's office.
And maybe- Okay.
Can you strike at number 1?
He wanted to do.
You do
two
separate,
do
we'll
a
do that
separate,
one
okay.
next, yeah.
So So that's the first one. Okay, so Justin Brown,
Yes.
Susie and Ryan,
Yes.
John McDonald.
Yes.
Bob Mulholland.
Yes.
Tom Bell.
Yes.
Brian Black.
Yes.
Bobby Budman.
Yes.
Bob Lohman.
Yes.
And Brian DeShays.
Yes.
Okay. And then the next one would be to strike the first, number 1, section 7, records, number 1. Strike it in total.
I would not recommend striking it, but saying it be placed on file at the town clerk's office and available for public inspection.
But it's not, you don't do written decisions. You don't do written decisions.
Oh, written decisions.
It's a complete typo.
Number 2 covers.
Yeah, and-
Doesn't belong to us.
Right. It
Okay,
was-
can I get a motion to strike number 1 from
Wait,
someone?
wait, can we?
Yeah.
Second.
Second.
Wait.
Oh, they need to-
Okay.
And in number 2, just change board to committee. First sentence, minutes of all meetings, including names of committee members. That way we can just be done with that whole section.
Okay, so who was the first on the motion?
Well, they have to make a new motion. They have to withdraw their other one.
Who even?
I think it was you, Mr. Shea.
Yeah.
It was just presumptuous. Can we just do the motion?
Yeah. Put me down as the motion to strike number 1 and change, in number 2, change minutes of all meetings, including names of committee members.
I'll second
Any further discussion?
And
Here.
can I amend it by adding changing number 2 to number 1? You have to change number 2 to number 1.
And 3 to.
I'm not going to agree to the amendment. Okay, the motion is to strike number 1 completely out of it, and then to amend the minutes of all meetings, including committee members, persons appearing before the, again, that should be committee, not board. Shall be open to the public inspection within 5 business days of the public meeting. Should you do a roll call vote, please?
Justin Brown,
Yes.
Suzanne Ryan,
Yes.
John McDonald.
Yes.
Tom Bell. Oh, Bob Mulholland.
it. Yes.
Tom Bell.
Yes.
Brian Black.
Yep.
Bobby.
Could you just clarify for me before I vote? Am I voting that this is going to stay a number 2 on this?
No, it's a typo. It's,
Clerk.
It'll go back to
yes,
number 1.
It'll go to number
Okay,
1.
thank you. Yes.
And then Bob Lohman
Yes.
and Brian DeShays.
Yes.
Okay, let's see, we all set on page 8. Move on. The last page, page 9. Communications. Any changes there?
John, can we go back to the glue factory so I can beat a dead horse?
Go back to what?
What do you got, Brian?
The glue factory. According to RSA 32:15, under budget committees, ex officio members as full voting members. The New Hampshire RSA 32:15 clearly mandates that select board members who serve on the budget committee, ex officio members, are full voting members of the budget committee. This means they have the right to vote according to their own judgment like any other budget committee member.
I would suggest that under membership, we add number 3 to reflect what Brian just read about ex officio members.
32:15.
15.
Yeah.
On page 1.
So ex officio members are not, so they are supposed to vote based on their judgment, not on like a select board or any other groups that.
Didn't we cover that, the best interest of the town, or no?
I guess it's in the best interest of the town. But I just want to clarify that however I vote is just how I'm going to vote,
In accordance with.
in accordance with.
best interest of the town.
3215.
Even if you're wrong.
Okay, so we're all set on, we've done the review. Any questions or comments? that we've
Yes,
done?
I'd like to make
We
a
didn't
motion.
get a second.
What's that?
Ex officio, I said I make a motion.
Oh, you did, I'm sorry, I apologize, I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
I made a motion for page 1, under Roman numeral 3, add number 3, under membership, for ex officio member, and quote what Brian said out of the statute, and use the statute number.
In place of,
No, we're adding a number 3,
oh,
adding on page 1.
you're gonna add a number 3.
3, under membership. And it's entitled ex officio member. Per RSA, I didn't catch the number.
15.
Oh, 32-1.
32:15.
Where's the first motion?
That was to,
Does that conflict with number 2?
So the first motion,
Delete
just,
that sentence.
so the first,
do we
okay,
have
she
a, hold on,
wasn't.
do we have a second to Suzanne's motion?
Yes, I second that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, discussion. Leah, do you have the total, what changes we made? Do you have the notes, what that will read like now?
What this new one will
Yeah.
read, I don't have the RSA in front of me.
I mean,
No.
according
I'm
to
sorry.
RSA 3215, I think that's what you wanted to
Yes,
add, right?
I'm gonna add the language of 3215.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look it up when I do the minutes. I'm gonna add that language as a new number 3,
Yeah,
and the title's going to be ex officio member.
member.
Can
Right.
I request an amendment then? Because the beginning sentence of number 2, you could just add, the select board shall appoint one member of the select board to serve as an ex officio member in accordance with, whatever he said,
3215.
with full voting rights and privileges.
Well, the reason I did it separate, because it's a separate kind of membership. It's a whole separate from us kind of membership.
But that's what
But it's
it's saying.
dealt
Number
with
2,
in-
that's
dealt with
what
in
it's
2.
saying.
I didn't want to clog up number 2,
Oh, we're not.
just number 3 by itself.
Okay, so the motion is, any more discussion? Seeing none, hearing none, is to make a number 3, which includes RSA 32 colon, New Hampshire RSA colon 3215, sorry, which mentions the Board of Selectmen member being an ex officio member of the Budget Committee. Does everyone understand the motion?
Can you read the wording again, Brian?
Well, the wording, an ex officio member is any member of a board. And ex officio members, based on 3215, have the right to vote as any board member would vote. So meaning they have the same rights and privileges to vote as they choose fit. I can write something down, Leanne, if you want, and I'll send it to you.
Okay, we've got a motion. I think everyone understands it. Lee, could you do a roll call vote, please?
Can I ask a question?
Certainly.
Brian, with your reading of that RSA
Mhm.
and what the ex officio's voting rights are, does that conflict with paragraph number 2 as it's written, referring, which specifically says the purpose of this select board member designee is to represent the select board to the budget committee and represent the budget committee to the select board?
And then we amended it so it says that I vote based on the, and I'm okay with the way it was. I didn't want another 3 or expect another 3. I just was clarifying that,
I see what you're saying.
that I can vote as I choose.
I withdraw
and-
my motion.
Yeah, and it will be
Thank
in
you.
the best interest of the town, but I just want to clarify that when I vote, it doesn't have to be in lockstep with the select board.
Which you already did.
We've got the motion withdrawn. The second,
Bobby,
we withdraw your second.
Yes.
Okay. So now it's dead. We don't have to talk about it anymore.
But Justin, are you
Justin had
gonna, are you
I
gonna
think had
motion?
a good idea to change too.
Okay, we'll have to do another motion then.
Right, that's when,
Okay, Tom, do you have a motion, or
well,
Justin?
just,
I can make the motion to add the RSA after serve as an ex officio member, comma, in accordance with RSA
3215.
3215 with full voting rights.
Second.
However, if I may.
Oh,
just-
no.
I just think the spirit of the representation by Brian or his future position is to represent the Board of Selectmen. You may vote as you see fit, but I think the intent of the position or the representation by the Select Board here is to voice the vote and the position of the Select Board, regardless of how you individually vote on this committee.
But generally, within our meetings, that is what, on any of the committees in town, that is what the select member usually does. They present what the select board has been working on. So that's generally in the spirit.
In 3 years, I one time voted differently here than I did with the select board. It's only happened one time since I've been here. And it was what I thought was a contentious area in the select board, and I was not on that side of it, and I thought it was to the detriment of the town. So when I came here, I voted for what I thought was to the benefit of the town.
I think since we're just calling for clarity, extreme clarity, that's all I'm saying, is that, as you will, Brian, explain your entire position, both coming from the Board of Selectmen and your own position.
I'd like to know if there's any case law on all of that, because it's a very interesting subject matter. And I don't know if there's anything that's been written up. Some members choose to abstain, some members choose to vote. And when they vote, you don't, unless you follow what the selectmen are doing, you don't know if they're voting what the selectmen voted or not, so.
Well, that was my point, is that he should be telling us.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. John, do you ever come across any writings on
I'm
this?
going to be voting against that motion. I think it's clear what Brian's capabilities are and how he's going to vote. And if he votes against the selectmen's wishes, then he can deal with it to selectmen.
Yeah, you'd have to take it up with them.
hold on.
Point of order, it's the select board and select members.
Thank you for correcting me, Bobby, I appreciate that.
All right, so
Any further discussion?
we're going to have a first reading on the whole rewrite of all these amendments we had.
What's going to happen when this is all done, hopefully, it's going to be sent to the town attorney for his review, and he'll make comments whether it looks good, legal, or whatever.
Okay.
We'll get it back, and then we'll again vote on it as a committee. This would be the night to make any changes.
Yeah, but I think you have to have 2 readings.
Well, we can't get through the one first. Let's get this one done, and then
No,
we'll move
I
on.
mean, after it comes back from the attorney, and he, what if he says, everything's good, go with it? Then I think you have a meeting, and you say, okay, no changes, and it comes back again for the final vote.
Okay, I'll have
It says
to,
something in the back.
It
here.
says,
I'll have to
it
look
says
into
not
this.
to be voted on until the next regularly scheduled meeting. So
okay.
it's moved at one budget meeting and then voted on at the next.
Another point of order, we have a motion on the table.
Thank you, Bobby. Okay, can we do a roll call vote on that motion, please?
Justin Brown.
Yes.
Susie O'Brien.
Yes. Joe McDonald?
No.
Oh, hold on, sorry. Bob Mulholland.
Yes.
Tom Bell.
Yes,
Brian Black.
Yes.
Bobby Budman.
Yes.
Bob Lohman.
No.
And Brian DeShaves.
No.
Okay, so 6.
6-3, motion passes. Okay, are we all set on this?
No, I'm gonna beat the dead horse one more time. I'd like to make a motion to get rid of the last sentence. The select board designee votes based on the select board's best interest of the town and not the designee's personal preference.
Is there a second to that motion?
Second. I think you almost have to.
Yeah.
We've done this, I thought,
Gotta
before.
get rid of it.
Yeah.
Get rid of that, everything's fixed. It's one sentence.
Yeah, given the change,
Jim's got a headache.
do we call the question? I mean, not
My wife's been gone
the
for
discussion.
3 years and she just got home.
Well, it would contradict the last motion.
Mhm.
That's why I voted no, because it was a contradiction.
So did I.
Well, I knew I was gonna do this
Word
next.
stiff.
Okay, any further discussion?
This is tools.
I think Tom did. Did you second
Yeah,
that, Tom?
I did, and I think given the change we made in the beginning of this, makes that final sentence moot.
So your motion is to strike, excuse me, the select board's designee votes based on the select board's position and not the designee's personal preference.
No, we changed it to the select board designee votes based on the select board's best interest of the town and not the designee's personal preference. But by adding the RSA 3215, we need to strike that sentence.
Any further discussion? Can you do a roll call vote, please?
Justin Brown,
Yes.
Suzanne Ryan,
No.
John McDonald,
No.
Bob Mulholland.
No.
Tom Bell,
Yes.
Brian Black,
Yes.
Bobby Budman,
Yes.
Bob Lohman,
No.
and then Brian DeShays.
Yes. 4-4.
Okay, so it's 4-4.
So fails.
Motion fails. Okay, can I get a motion to present, request the town manager submit the policies and procedures of the budget committee to the town council for review?
So moved.
Second?
Second. Bob Mulholland and Bob Lohman. Everyone's all set with the department assigned members' reports, talking to the departments and everything, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you looking for an update on our
Do you
reaching out?
have any concerns that should be brought before the budget committee with your department meetings?
I do have a concern.
Okay?
I did meet with the library, and I think that it's probably something that we should speak about early, especially, I believe if we want to pass our town budget. I'm sure everybody here wants to do that. The library in particular has a lot of paper products coming in, books and other paper sources. We have a new issue potentially with who will be supplying those with tariffs. So there is going to be a considerable amount of money increase in the budget based on potential tariffs that have been placed on books and other items.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I have a question for you, John.
Yes, ma'am.
Since there's 3 of us assigned to general government, how do you operate that? How do you,
I go in as an individual.
huh?
I go in and talk to the department head as an individual.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do the other 2 people do?
Same thing, you can get together as a group, whatever you want to do.
Oh, I didn't know if we split it up.
No, I pretty much talk to everybody. I think you can do that also.
Okay.
Yeah. You've got the schedule for the upcoming meetings. Jim, just a quick report on how we're doing on the capital.
Really quickly, 2025 budget is in good shape. CIP, we held our first meeting this morning. Kickoff meeting was 2 weeks ago. We got through 3 departments today. 2026 budgets from department heads are due Friday. We'll start reviewing budgets next week. And I guess the last thing of critical importance to this committee, the audit report right now, it looks like it's not going to be delivered to the Board of Selectmen until September 17th. So it's going to be about a month behind schedule. Part of the reasoning behind that, we received a lot of federal money last year, which triggered a single audit. So they had to perform a single audit. With that said as well, this is going to be our last year with Robertson Green. An RFP has been issued to secure new auditors. An RFP has been issued for IT services, and an RFP has been issued for copier services. So those are all in process as we speak. That's all I have for you.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Do you know where we are as far as the reevaluation goes?
Yep. I will be giving an update to the board on that Wednesday evening. I believe they're finishing the documents up, the reviews, and all the fields work is done. I can't remember what the email said. I will be stating it Wednesday night, but they should be getting the the mailings out within updates within the next week.
And that tax, whatever it is, will be reflected in the December tax bill, or January tax bill, whatever it is? Okay.
That is correct.
Any other questions for the town manager? Jim, how's the budget and expenditures looking?
We're holding pretty good right now. We got a few line item transfers that will be coming up in probably early October. We're going to have to move some money for planning with the new planner on board, the new code enforcement officer on board, and the fact that we're going to have to contract some of the plan reviews out to get them done in a timely fashion. Planner's got his hands full as it is, so those are some minuscule items that we will be looking for line item adjustments for. I want to say the plans reviews that we're going to be sending now is about $5,000. So not a big amount, but we have to make some line item transfers to make that department whole as we progress. The new planner is excellent, substantial background, and I think he's hit the ground running.
Okay.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Jim, could you have Sam, or could you forward, because I'm sure you received the most recent actual versus budget report. Could we just have that emailed to us?
It's not ready yet. That's why you didn't
It'll be
receive
last
it.
month's.
They already have last month's.
Okay. Then
Okay, so okay. Thank you.
She said it would probably be done in a couple of weeks,
Okay,
so as soon as it's ready, I will
Okay.
forward it.
great.
We'll have
Thank
it by
you.
our next meeting, I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. I checked in with her about that.
Okay, anything else on the budget and expenditure reports? Other business, I have something. I'd like to make an advisory motion to the Board of Selectmen from the Budget Committee that they continue to find the appropriate funds to continue with the operation of the Wolfeboro Community Television.
Second.
Discussion?
For
I
discussion.
couldn't hear that motion.
Oh, it was a motion to, advisory motion or opinion to the Board of Selectmen that they continue to appropriate the funds to the continued operation of Wolfeboro Community Television. I'll just speak to it quickly. I think we all watched and appreciate the services that the community television provides, does our meetings, does the selectmen meetings, does the planning board meetings, and it keeps the people well advised of what's going on in the community. They have the church services for folks that can't get out and about, and I think it's really important that we support them as a town and as a community. I know they're working to do some funding from private sources and donations, but I think we should be able to find some additional funds to use for their purpose to serve within our community.
For 2025?
Yes. Because my understanding it is now that they're going to be off the air come January 1st. Due to not having sufficient.
So that would be January, February, March? The funds for January, February,
I
March?
guess I can ask, what's the closing date that you folks will probably be closed if you don't have any funding?
If we don't have the funds to order, we should have ordered it in January, the replacement equipment. It technically is dead January 1st. And so, I mean, it may continue. We rely on the support of the company, and the support from the company goes off on January 1st. So could we struggle through January, February, March? Maybe. But there's bigger issues which, we need to deal with paying staff, and is the bigger issue right now. I mean, the funds got cut last year. We're already behind. This year, paying last year's insurance bills, cut into this year's money that was also cut back. So we're getting, faster we go, the better we get, kind of thing.
Okay.
We're just behind.
John, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Tom.
This is collateral damage from the default budget?
Yes.
Is that what's happening?
Yes, that's my understanding. Bobby?
So I just think we're making a blanket statement to ask the select board to fund something when we have not seen any numbers. And I think it would probably be advantageous before we make a request like that or a motion like that to do this, that Tim actually brings in our numbers and we get to look and see. I know that in the past, I have brought donors to you, and the reaching out did not happen to the donors, and that just hurts my heart that there are people out there who could be supporting and not having it fall on the taxpayers when we could have. This is a nonprofit and we do have funds coming in, but I believe we do need to support our community television, but sending a blanket, we should support it. I think we should look at the numbers first and come up with a number that we support.
Well, we just said January, February, March.
I know, but we haven't seen the numbers, but
Well, it is what it is.
Well, they talked about equipment too. So are we supporting equipment or just salaries, or what part
That
of
wasn't
this?
John's motion. I think John said to see that they could operate until the next year, next cycle.
Yeah, I'm just asking that if we saw numbers first. I would feel more comfortable if we could be sending the select board an advisement of the numbers that then they are gonna have to figure out somewhere in the default budget to find that amount of money.
The numbers were in last year's budget that you did approve. You've already seen what we needed to be functioning.
Okay, so 3 of us weren't on the committee last year. So is there a way that you can send us the numbers from last year, the 3 of us at least?
If you're not happy with the motion, then just vote, as the motion stated, then just vote against it. That's the best way. I'm leaving the selectmen and the town manager the opportunity. They can find those numbers and make that determination. All this is an advisory motion to the Board of Selectmen and the town manager that the budget committee supports Wolfeboro Television, Wolfeboro Community TV in the funding of that. That we think it's an important part of the community, and they can make the determination how much to give. That's all the motion is.
Oh, I think it's important.
I second it.
Yeah. Okay, any further discussion?
Agree, it's important.
Seeing none, hearing none, we'll move on with the roll call vote.
Justin Brown,
Yes.
Suzanne Ryan,
Yes.
John McDonald.
Yes.
Bob Mulholland.
Yes.
Tom Bell.
Yes.
Brian Black.
Yes.
Bobby Budman.
Yes.
Bob Lohman.
Yes.
And Brian DeShanes.
I'm gonna have to abstain for that one.
Okay.
Who's
Because
the vote?
Because I'm gonna be taking it up at a different-
801.
I had other business.
Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
I have a question. We fund the chamber, but what, I don't have last year's figures, but what does it go under? Does it go under, what does it go under?
What part?
What was that?
What part?
What one?
What part? What part of the chamber's budget?
Oh, why it's broken down into,
You have staff, which I believe is a person that works down there, which I believe is in the executive budget. And then I believe you have the $6,000 for the community calendar, which is in the EDC budget. I believe you have two items in the budget for the chamber,
that the town pays for? Out of
correct?
taxes, okay. So I came up with this novel idea that it's in the budget. We take it out of the budget and we put it in with agencies because they're not a department of the town. They're not a department of the town.
They're considered town employees. We
The
pay,
employee is considered a town employee. The way that I understand it, there used to be an information booth that the town staff, that information booth went away. When that information booth went away, the staff was relocated to the chamber building to help provide information to citizens coming in. Therefore, that position has remained there and is a town employee position that is accounted for in the executive budget.
okay, we all set on the business, anything else? Okay. Jim, you're excused if you need to take off for some time.
I would appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, approval of minutes for January 9th, 2025. What's that?
That's the old agenda.
We don't have that. No, I don't have that, sorry.
Sorry, hold on.
What
I
date?
got it. January 16th.
January
21?
16th.
January 16th.
Thank you.
16?
Yeah, that was the
Oh, yeah, I
public
did
hearing.
that one, okay.
I don't think newest members
I
were
was
there.
absent, I mean, I was abstaining.
Yeah,
We
I
weren't
make a
here.
motion that they be accepted.
and a second.
Second.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, the motion is to approve the minutes of January 16th, 2025. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Suzanne and Bobby
Abstain.
And
and Justin, you guys abstain?
Abstain.
Abstain, okay. February 4th, 2025, approval of minutes. Any motion? Any changes?
Move to approve.
Move to approve.
Okay. Second will be Bob. Any further discussion? Seeing none, the motion is to approve the minutes of February 4th, 2025. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Okay, motion carries with Suzanne abstaining.
Abstain.
And Bobby also, okay?
Abstain.
And
Justin,
Brian.
okay?
And Brian abstains,
And Brian, okay?
right? You weren't there.
Do you have enough votes to,
Yep.
for it to
Yeah.
pass?
2, 3, 4, 5 to 4.
Uh,
5-0.
Okay, July 21st minutes. Any
Move to
motion or
Approve
changes?
as printed.
Thank you, Suzanne. And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Bob. Any
Mr.
discussion?
Chairman, I have
Yes, sir.
two observations on page 1, all the way at the bottom. It was moved by Tom Bell to table section 3, I think, not 2.
No, it originally was the other numbers. The numbers moved after.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
the last version of the,
Got
are
it.
up one section.
Okay.
So it's correct.
And on page 3, middle of the page, kind of, the committee asked Ms. Budman to restate her motion. This motion,
Page 3.
it says here the motion passed, but then the motion failed.
Yeah, that's all that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think it's just deleting the motion passed.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Okay. Are you all set with those changes? Yeah.
Yes, thank you. That's it.
Okay, motion to approve the July 21st, 2025 minutes with the discussed changes.
Second.
Tom, you the first?
No, Suzanne.
Well, I have to
Suzanne.
withdraw my motion.
No, just amended.
Well, because I moved as printed, and they
Okay.
got amended, so just
Okay, you withdrawing yours?
withdraw it.
Tom, you'll be the first and Bob is the second? Is that?
Actually, Bob, I think, Bob was a motion.
Okay, and Tom, you're second, okay? Okay, the motion is to approve the minutes of July 21st, 2025 with the amendments. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Abstain.
Justin and Brian. Okay, public comment? Okay.
No public.
Just one thing, please excuse Selectman Representative O'Brien and Committee Member Harold Parker. They're excused by the chair. Okay, a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Second, okay.
I'm
Okay,
sure
all
you
those in
guys
favor of
have
adjourning,
that.
please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone, for hanging in there. I know it was a-